Hello fellow swappers, it's your Swapper Shopper here. We're back again with Fanta Fruit Twist versus Vibe Twisted Fruits. This has been very well requested by Dave. Dave, you know who you are. I'm reviewing this for you finally. So, they look identical. The only difference seems to be so far is that this one is zero sugar, this one is full sugar. I did try and find the zero version of this one, but I couldn't really find one. You may be able to find it in your local supermarket, but again, similar to the lemon comparison, we're going to try and remove sugar from the equation. Costs are near identical to the lemon version. Again, you're looking at paying 2 or 3 times the price to have the Fanta version versus the Aldi equivalent. Now, in a similar way, these are slightly chilled because again, the UK weather is shocking. But anyway, aside from that, I didn't really have room in my fridge because you guys will have seen on the channel and on my posts, we've got a lot of food coming up, a lot of drinks. You guys best be ready. If you're not subscribed already, go subscribe, like this video for more content. But in the meantime, I'm going to give these both a try. So we're going to have Vive on the right, we're going to have Fanta on the left. Just so you can compare, I'm going to open them up individually, pour half a glass, and this time we're going to have a bit more of a swig than we did last time. I want it to be a proper fair comparison, and in order to do that, I've got to drink a fair bit of it, admittedly. So I'm just going to drink it how everyone else would in a single glass, fill it up about halfway, give it a try, and then give you my honest feedback. I can smell it already. It's very, very fruity. Okay, so this is the Fanta one on the left. Now, whilst I'm looking at this, it's got 4.4 grams of sugar per 100 millilitres, which means a 250ml glass will have 11 grams of sugar. In the same way that the lemon Fanta is very sugary, very bad for your teeth, you might want to consider this if you've got kids and youngsters around. Ultimately, you don't want them having bad teeth when they're older. Go with the zero sugar version. Now, there's a lot of debate, I will say, around zero sugar ones. If you read online about these processed sweeteners and things that they add, like aspartame and other things that they add instead of actual sugar, then what you tend to find is there's a lot of research online suggesting that the artificial sugars are just as bad for you. If it was up to me, I'd still rather have the artificial sugar than the actual sugar. That will rot your teeth. That won't. It may spike your glucose still and make you think that you're having sugar, but at least it doesn't have the lasting damage that the sugar one does. Now, we don't need a plate for this video because it's liquid. They're in glasses. Hope you noticed that. So, let's try the cheaper one first, shall we? I'm going to take a good swig. This is the Vive Fruit Twist, but they call it Twisted Fruit. Now, that's obviously a play on words from the Fruit Twist to get away with copyright, etc. So let's give it a quick try, shall we? Very fruity. Now, let's see if we can find out what the fruits are supposed to be. It doesn't actually say. Here we go, orange, peach and passion fruit flavour. Okay, I'm assuming this one's the same. You see the difference is, right? So, Aldi, because it's obviously just a known brand, will tell you what flavour it's supposed to be. The Fanta Fruit Twist, they don't tell you. In the back of it, it says they have orange, peach, apple, passion fruit, and some other vegetable and plant concentrates, but obviously they don't want to tell you exactly what's in it, because obviously that's part of their formulation. But I can taste all of the flavours that we just described. The orange is definitely there. Peach, I absolutely love peach. Peach is definitely in it. Passion fruit, you can always tell when something has passion fruit in it because it's just so strong. It's such a unique flavour. So, good marks so far for the Vive. So, let's give the Fanta Fruit Twist a quick taste test. Okay, remember, I'm trying to remove sugar out of the equation. The easy way to remove sugar out of the equation is get rid of the tingliness on your tongue, get rid of the after sweetness taste of the sugar, and focus purely on the flavour. This isn't about which one tastes of sugar. This is about which one tastes like the actual flavours it's trying to represent. And I have to say, it leaves the same aftertaste as the Vive one. It tastes identical. So if they're identical, why would you pay 2 or 3 times more for this rather than that? I'll tell you why. Conditioning. Marketing geniuses over at Fanta and the likes of the big companies that own these big conglomerates, they will spend millions of pounds telling you that this Fanta is the best. It's made with real fruit juice. This is the best thing you can get since sliced bread. fantastic. You should pay 2 or 3 times the cost for this. But in comparison, Aldi, they don't really care. They're there to make a cheap product that tastes almost identical. They don't need all the marketing and branding, because once you're in Aldi, you're doing your weekly shop, you're going to pick up a bottle and think, oh, this looks like fruit twist. How about we let Fanta do all the marketing and all the clever gimmicks? We make a product that tastes exactly like it, and we'll sell it for 2 or 3 times cheaper. Brilliant. And they do a great job, I have to say. Now, let's give them both a smell. It smells very much of peach. I can smell the apple in it. So the concentrate is 0.4% apple. This one doesn't have apple, as far as I'm aware. Let's just do a quick check. No apple. So, yeah, I can smell a bit of apple. That's the only difference I can smell. That one is a bit sweeter, because I think it must be like a sour taste and maybe a green apple or something they used. Because it's not as sweet. And you'd expect that one to taste sweeter because it's got all the sugar in it. So you'd be able to taste that and smell it, but I don't. So, these are pretty much identical. Now, which one should you go for? Honestly, I can't see a single reason why you would go with Fanta. Now, if I was a shopper in his supermarket and I was presented with these 2 options, not going to lie, before this video, I probably would have gone with the Fanta one, because it's the obvious, you know what to expect, you know it's that beautiful, citrusy kind of flavour that you'd expect with a Fanta fruit twist. But now that I've tried this, I can't see any reason to not have that. Honestly, it's perfect. I can't tell if it's any different to the Fanta fruit twist. It's identical. So again, just a quick reminder as well, if you guys don't already know, because there's a lot of new subscribers on the channel recently, we don't do a blind taste review. The reason why I don't do it blind is because if I can't get exactly the same product, i.e. one that has no sugar and another one that has no sugar, I don't want it to be a case of I can taste the sugar in this one more. If I was blindly tasting these, I would probably prefer the sugar variant, because everyone prefers the sugar. They like the sweetness to it, they like the kind of citrusy sharpness that the sugar and the flavour combines into, which is probably why a lot of people prefer this. And remember, 50 calories per serving, 5 calories per serving. That's based upon 250ml glass sizes, which, let's face it, most glasses are more than 250ml. Most cans, for example, are 330, which is about the size of an average glass such as this. So ultimately, you have to add on a little bit more. It's a little bit of a clever marketing trick, because you look at it and think, right, per serving, I've actually only got 50 calories, but actually, no, you're probably more than 70 calories per serving. So you've had 2 or 3 of these, immediately, you've gone up in your calorie surplus immediately, straight away. I think overall, this one tastes of passion fruit and orange. This one tastes of passion fruit and apple. So, again, it depends on what you're looking for, and honestly, I can't justify 2 or 3 times the cost at minimum. Sometimes these are on offer, very rarely, but honestly, if you're going to have a party or something, go with the cheaper versions. If you're having day-to-day, go with the cheaper versions. If you fancy treating yourself, I would still go with Aldi. I see no reason to buy the Fanta, apart from looking cool and I've got a main brand product. So that's my comparison done. Again, if you want to see the Fanta lemon version, check out the channel where there's a video already there waiting for you. In the meantime, hit subscribe, like and comment on this video for all of your suggestions moving forwards. I want to see what you guys can suggest. Until the next video, ciao.